Check, check.
Test. Good morning. Test. Okay, please. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Precious words drift away from their meaning, and the sun melts the chill from our lives, helping us to all remember what we came here for. This is love. This is la 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 la. This is love, love, love. This is la 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 la. Little things that will change you forever may appear from way out of the blue, making fools of everybody who don't understand. This is love. This is la 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 la. This is la la la. This is la 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 la. Since our problems have been our own creation, all can be overcome when we use the power of love free to everyone. This is love. This is la 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 la. This is love. This is la 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 la. This is love. This is la 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 la. This is love, love, love. This is la 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 la. Thank you. Well, for our second song is a song that us as 4D, we're 4D, it's a little song that we wrote last week. And so anyway, we're going to play a little song for you that we just wrote. We believe in God the living Spirit. We believe in so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you.
Live. Good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pat Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you here this morning. We've been expecting you. Thank you for not disappointing us. A nice, beautiful, dim vitality this morning, isn't it? Don't you just love somebody flipped the winter switch. Here we were. It was just 80 degrees, 2-3 weeks ago. Here we are. So I want to welcome you to our service this morning. Sit back, relax. We have a wonderful 3-hour program planned for you. Kidding. But we're going to do what we do every Sunday, and that's read our vision mission statement. It's up on the screen, which states, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. Again, thank you for being here and making this your spiritual destination for this morning. Normally at this time we would have some announcements, but I don't see our announcement person here today who was supposed to have the announcements. Could we go to the announcement slide, please? And we're going to skip the announcements this morning because I don't see our announcement person, and I was not prepared to give the announcements this morning. So the announcements are available on the e-news if you get the e-news. If you don't and you would like to, every week we have an e-news that states what's going on. There's a clipboard in the back. You can sign up, put your email address, and get yourself onto that. I do want to, the one thing I do want to say is that we do have our foster kid giving tree that is here, and there are still a few cards left. We always, every year, provide such great gifts for our foster kids, and this is no different. So I encourage you to take a tag and fill it out, and you don't wrap the gifts. That's the most important thing. So, all right. Well, I can't think of any other announcements at this time. So what's that? Oh, thank you. Let's see, without prompts, this is the book of the week. It's usually $20, and it's on 20% off. So it's $18? I don't know. I can't do 16. Wow, prices are going down as we speak. So $16 for this. Also, we have the Science of Mind magazine, and it's November and December, 2 magazines in one. And we have several copies, and we need to sell these out so that we can make our money back that we put out every month. The center buys these from the home office for you to purchase at a discount. If you were to purchase this right from Science of Mind, I think they're $12 or $13. We sell them for $10. So we pass along our discount to you by buying in bulk, but we do need to sell these out. So if you haven't bought your magazine for this month or next month, please do so. We have a few copies left, so please go back to the bookstore afterwards. Get those. Let's see. Let me just catch up to where we're at here. The flowers today are from Chris and Bucky. Chris and Bucky brought the flowers. I want to thank them for beautifying our sanctuary, and today we're really talking about bringing the outside in to our experience. So, is there anybody that's here for the very first time? Anybody here for the first time? No, if everybody's been here before, well, welcome back. Thank you for being here this morning. And cell phone reminder, do you have one of these paperweights? Oh, look, I have a message from our purses. Yeah, she's not going to be here this morning. So. Oh, we figured that out. Anyway, please stand as we sing "We Are One." We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come. As we are one. One more time, everybody. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Is it turned on? Okay. I'm wired this morning. That's where I'm headed. Who moved the gong? Good morning. And welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Janet Moray, and I'm honored to serve as the practitioner podium practitioner today. Please join me in reading the gratitude. We'll have it up on the screen. There it is. I am grateful for the unique beauty, brilliance, and diversity of life. Today, our practitioner at the table is Deborah Purdue, and she will be holding the high watch for all of us. Also, in the back of the seat in front of you, you'll find prayer requests. The yellow ones are what we pray on all week. And then the blue ones are for demonstrations, so that once we see that the prayer has been answered, we like to know. You can also submit a prayer request at any time at grantspasscsl.org. Know that our practitioners lovingly pray over each request we receive. It is our honor to hold you in prayer after the service. And will the practitioners raise their hands today who would be able to do prayer? Okay. And now there is a prayer that's going to come up on the screen. Here we go. God is all there is within every plant, animal, person, and galaxy. I celebrate that this is so. And now stay seated, and we are going to sing I Am Loved. Knowing that our service today is blessed, that all that happens is perfect and loving and caring, and that we are here as comrades and also as friends and relatives, and we'll hear about all that today from Reverend Steve. And so let's just take a moment to go into silence and meditate on what I have just said, and something that is very deep in your heart at the moment. I'll call you back in about a minute. Now, if you'd like to come gently back into the room, we have some special music, followed by Reverend Stephen's talk today. Thank you.
As we set up, it's so great to see every one of your beautiful, shining faces. No matter how weird the week gets, this is such a beautiful moment. Technical stuff. There we go.
You're so tenderly just la bonté si bonté quello pieces not to you're so tenderly just la bonté si bonté quello pieces not to sumo deo datu ideo gloria in excelsis Deo. Is it doom, is it mirth, when they came down to earth? Power of our new street, come on earth, create us. Then the Father made us. Ideo. Stay
this morning, aren't we? Okay, how's that? Good morning. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Is it Thanksgiving yet? Is it this week? Do we have a short week this week? Is it time for stuffing yet? That's all I want to know. No, but are we feeling thankful for what's going on in the world right now? Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, transformation, right? Well, we're going to start with a little unexpected income program because our unexpected income is what we're expecting. So it's up on the screen. There is one infinite source. Why don't we read this together? There is one infinite source of abundance, and I am fully connected to it now. I open my mind and heart to receive unexpected income from known and unknown channels. Money, opportunities, gift, financial blessings flow to me with ease. I am worthy of increase, and I joyfully receive it now. I give thanks, trust, and I let it be. So it is. So there are copies of this on the back counter if you'd like to take one home and say it daily. We've already had quite a few people, knowing quite a few are going to be experiencing this. As money and opportunities and health and all the good things of life roll into our lives, because we do expect to be surprised by the infinite. And when we're in a energy of expectation, the universe gets very busy reorchestrating itself to your belief. See, when we say we need something, the universe says, let me get busy in showing you need, and another bill comes in. But when we demand to know that we are provided for, the universe has to fulfill that energy. So that's what we are. Which leads me into today's talk. Oh, and by the way, we're doing our pledge drive this month. So if you have one of these, fill it out, hand it in to us so we know that we can continue to keep our doors open for another year. That would be wonderful. Well, I think it's our 55th year. I don't see us closing this year, no. So my title for today is Grateful for Kith and Kin. And I had to look that up. What the heck is Kith and Kin? There's a profound connection between all beings, from wildlife to bacteria and everything in between. And each of us plays a vital role in that connection. There's a unique ecosystem that is our environment. It's only found on this plane of existence. There's not like Earth 2. You might think there is. There's conscious Earth 2.0. Depends where you live consciously. But there's not another physical Earth that we can just hop on a monorail and head to check that out. This is it. This is what we got. We either make this work or we make this work. The first statement of belief in the science of mind by Ernest Holmes states, we believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. Self-existent. That means it provides for itself through the self, through our natural resources. But see, if we over-harvest our natural resources, we end up with no natural resources. And we need to take care of this earth. This is the only mother we got. Mother Earth. This one manifests itself in and through all creation. You're like, even in the fly, even in the gnat? Absolutely. They do jobs that nobody else wants to do. I'll let you look that up on the internet. The manifest universe, everything that we can see, feel, and touch is the manifest body of God. So, that means each one of us is intricately connected as a cell in the body of God itself. Each one of us is a unique, individualized creator in the creation, manifested with the power to create, to choose our favorite colors, to drive the car we choose, to live in the style and manner that makes sense to us. Lydia Lynn Haupt wrote in her book, Rooted, Life at the Crossroads of Science, Nature, and Spirit. Kindred all, the rooted, the feathered, the furred, the scales, are our relations, are our dear kindred. Kin is from the Old English of the same kind. Together, we are made of these fine things: clay, salt, water, stardust. We live in a wild communion of absolute mutual dependence, connection in our ancestry and our continuation. Kith is kithship, is intimacy with the land in which one dwells and is entangled. You are entangled to whatever you are renting, owning, sharing, or where you lay your bedroll. In modern English, even in England, where the expression originated, kith and kin are mistakenly blended into one meaning. Our relatives, those who are close to us. But the reason the ancient phrase was formed around two different words is that they are in fact different. Jay Griffiths points out in his book, Kith, A Country Called Childhood, for an American audience not trusted to know the word kith at all, where kin are relations of kind. Kith is a relationship based on knowledge of place, close to the landscape. One's square mile, as Griffin writes, where each tree, each neighbor, each robin and fox and stone is known, not by a map or a guide, but by our heart. Kith is the intimacy with a place, its landmarks, its fragrance, the habits of its wildings. Kinship enlivens, or kithship enlivens kinship. And that's, again, Lydia Lynn Haupt, Rooted, Life in the Crossroads of Science, Nature, and Spirit. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that connection to 1 square mile. Think about where you live and the square mile around you. Do you know it well? I mean, do you really know it? You know, as a kid, I knew that square mile. I knew several miles around my house. You know, not having a car was a beautiful blessing because I had a bike and a skateboard. I wasn't really good on the skateboard. I always fell off and hurt myself. But I was really good on my bicycle. And I, not knowing that you are not supposed to trespass in other people's yards, I would hop the back fence of my property and run through everyone's backyards. I had a little path. I knew exactly which fence I had to hop to get to a certain, place on my block. I knew exactly who was planting a new yard, who was gardening, and who was never home, and who was home all the time. But I didn't know any different. We just knew the land. And, I was discovering, I would come back by, 8 o'clock in the morning and give my parents a complete review of what was happening in the neighborhood. My mom's like, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, well, this is what's happening. Shouldn't we all know what each other's doing? See how the beauty of the child's mind. I hadn't had any boundaries put in yet. I had no boundaries, which is beautiful until you overstep a boundary you don't know about, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where those are the yards I traversed around. Get out of my yard, kid! Given all that creation is, we are expressions of God itself. And it's imperative that we reconsider our understanding of the relationship to nature. Historically, our teaching has sometimes been narrowly interpreted as a means of manifesting personal dreams, often without regard for the planet or consequences of increased consumption that we face today. It is now time for us to deepen our comprehension of the spiritual truth of oneness, encompass the entire planet and all that live upon it. See, we're reverting back now to a time when we cared about each other. Wow. Can you remember that time? Do you remember? Yeah, a long time ago. But you know what? It still rides in our heart. Even if it never happened for us, there's a place in our heart that is reserved for connection. It can never be taken away. It's so natural that we've forgotten about it. And we're being headed towards that again. Why does it feel so good to be in nature? To go camping or glamping or to touch a tree or to listen to a river running through your property if you are so blessed. We see a skunk and we want to get away from it, don't we? Oh, there's a skunk, run! They stinky. The skunks are stinky. But that's their protective mechanism. They're so docile as creatures, they needed a big smell to keep the critters, the other critters that want to eat them at bay. That's their secret weapon. But most of us have found out what their secret is, and we head the other way. But have you ever seen a family of skunks? It's just these little white tails, just kind of slowly, unfortunately they go too slow across the street. But we wait for them. We stop and let them pass. Because they're part of our ecosystem. They do things that no other animal does. When we expand our awareness in this way, it becomes incomprehensible to our teaching the value of harm on earth for personal comfort, convenience, or pleasure. It just doesn't make sense. We need to take only pictures and leave only footprints. Remember that saying? When I would go camping, the first thing I'd do when I pulled up is clean the campground. Because there was always some residue left from the previous camper. Some pop top. I'm dating myself. Pop top, those are. Or a wrapper of some sort. Just somebody's carelessness. Or maybe the wind blew it out of their trash bag. That's what I like to think. They weren't just littering. They were just, it was the wind that did it. We're called to a new understanding as we utilize this creative process and our ability to manifest, to foster healing for this planet and all of its inhabitants. You know that there are creatures that we haven't even discovered yet? Isn't that crazy? And that there are creatures who have so-called gone extinct that we will never know. But you know, in the vast scheme of things, does anything really go extinct? I mean, we may not see it, but I think they went underground. They're like, oh, those human animals, they don't know what the hell they're doing. We're gonna shuffle off to where they never go. And in the vast scheme of things, the infinite, nothing goes extinct. It just goes dormant, waiting for the right time to spring back into nature when it can survive. 1 square mile. In an era marked by 2-day shipping and sprawling grocery stores resembling city blocks and 24-hour conveniences, it's easy to feel disconnected from our intimate environment. I'd urge you to go home and just look out your window and just really enjoy your view. Whatever it is, just go, wow. I have been given a great gift by the universe of the ability to recognize beauty. This is why it's so beautiful to bring flowers and plants in. This is what we love, isn't it? We want to bring that in. We want to live amongst that energy, don't we? So the invitation is to reconnect with a heartfelt awareness of our surroundings. Really just being in nature. Cultivating that sense of kinship with every living thing, whether it be a rock or a plant or wildlife, or even the buildings, people, and cars. Can we see it as part of a gift we've been given to love our fellow fill in the blank? Because this is why we're here, is to love. See, love is the glue that holds everything together. If you have a question and you can't answer it, if you invite love into the equation, you've already answered the question. The answer to all questions is love. With enough love, you can change. Often we talk about returning to nature or needing to escape our natural spaces. Yet humans are fundamentally part of nature. We are mammals instinctively woven into the fabric of the natural world. See, we are animals that happen to be been given a great gift of consciousness. You know, we build these buildings so that we're not exposed to the elements. But there's times that we need to take our shoes off, get our feet dirty, get our hands in the soil where the Prozac lives. Give us some of that sweet earth feeling. Some people may be going, oh, ick, I have special gloves for that. I have special shoes for going out in the wilderness. See, it's from the perspective of connection that there is no separation from the natural world. Everything is inherently natural. Even the things that we call unnatural, they came from somewhere. Plastic came from somewhere. Regardless of whether you reside in a rural or suburban or urban or mixed environments, there's an opportunity to develop a deep connection with your square mile. Start with just your property and bless it. Just have a kind of a mental dotted line of your property and expand that. Maybe you want to look at Google Earth and imagine what a mile is around your area. Do you know your neighbors? Probably not. Maybe a couple. If you don't want to know them, fences make great neighbors when there's challenging situations. But see, each challenge is a learning experience. There's something to be known. I mean, we don't have to agree with everybody, but at least know who they are. The roads facilitate your mobility. The buildings shelter our community, and the rain nourishes the land while cleansing it of debris, ensuring safe travel. Through contemplation and engagement with your immediate environment, you gain a profound understanding of your place in the world and come to appreciate that everything from the familiar to the seeming mundane is part of our natural order. Can we become grateful for the things we dislike? That's what this month is all about. Loving the unlikable. Can we prove that we are open at the top? You know, there's a lot of things we dislike. You know, we have certain foods that we won't eat. We have certain colors that we'd prefer not to be in our environment. We have certain people we might prefer not to be in our environment. And that's okay. But they're going to be there. They're going to be there. What are you going to do? Put them all in a place where you don't visit? It's impossible, because they'd want you in a place they wouldn't visit. No, we need to learn to get along, to understand each other. I don't have to like what you like, but I love that you like it. I love that you have a love in your life. It's often easier to appreciate the beauty and the value of flowers blooming along our highways, but it can be more demanding to recognize the worth and importance of the beings that we categorize as vermin. What a word. Ah, that's vermin. Get a trap, get some poison. Get rid of that. Get it off your land. Rats, mice, possums, squirrels, raccoons, skunks. These are critters that we've learned to stay away from. You don't want that on your property. Yet these creatures, though less favored by many, play an essential role in maintaining the health and balance of our local environments. And they're part of your square mile, especially in Oregon. I mean, we got critters, man. We've got some critters here. And they're beautiful. When you come from a place of anticipation in seeing some of the natural beauty and go, oh, I saw a squirrel today. So did my dog. My dog lets me know several times a day what's in my square mile. Possum and skunk, for instance, are critical for controlling insect populations, including reducing ticks that carry Lyme disease and adding in organic matter to the decomposition of the earth, thereby fostering a healthier ecosystem. Do we really understand everything that they do for us? Now, if you have a rat living in your house, feeding out of your cupboard, sharing your refrigerator, yeah, we're pretty much going to want to put a little block there so that they can learn to go back outside. I had a mouse living in my Jeep. I mean, I only, use the Jeep when I tow my RV, so it sits for, weeks without being, So a mouse moved in there, and kind of chewed some of the electrical wires that were, kind of, you know what I'm talking about. I was so mad at mouse. And I looked up what is the holistic way to rid of mice without, kill and release. So they don't like mint. So I got some mint oil, peppermint. They were gone. And my Jeep smells so nice now. But see, there are alternative ways than a mouse trap. If we would just go the extra mile, if I found myself living in someone else's Jeep and chewing on their wire, I would hope that they wouldn't find a trap to exterminate me or, put the skunk in there with me and I'll be gone. Rats and mice contribute to the plant propagation by dispensing seeds and serving as prey for various other predators. We don't see the whole picture. We don't see the full circle. We just see that they're bothering our life. And they need to be exterminated. Oh, let's just rethink this. Again, there's another way. There is another way to take care of the challenges in your life. We're trained to exterminate rather than learn to live with or understand what's going on. All I'm asking is that we go the extra mile. Again, if you found yourself in a place that you shouldn't be and someone stepped on you, wouldn't you have wanted to at least be escorted to the door first? That's what I do with the spiders in my house. I have this special little thing that has a clicker that goes right underneath it. Puts a little cover over them so I can see them. And then I get a little scoop underneath and I walk it outside. Say, choose again. You get to live again outside where you came from. But see, if I just exterminate it, there's no chance for that to continue. Like I said, if we find ourselves in a place we shouldn't be, I hope that someone would show you the door rather than asking you to choose another lifetime. So, getting to the end here. Now is the moment to embark on a new journey of deeper understanding of the oneness that we are in this interconnected web of existence. We need to foster harmony and coexistence. It is imperative that we extend our respect and honor and care to everyone in our environment. By embracing this holistic perspective, we can cultivate a world where each and every being thrives in their own particular place, and where our collective well-being is intrinsically intertwined, helping each other to be what we came here to be. I didn't come here to be stepped on. Neither did that spider who found themselves in your pantry. If you want to just take a cup and put it over them and take a piece of paper and slide it underneath and walk it outside, it's that easy. Now, if it's something poisonous, be careful. We found a scorpion in our bathroom. It was like, how do you handle that one? And where did that come from? It happens. I didn't know there were scorpions here. Apparently, there are. There was one in my bathroom. There was a bat when we first moved in, there was a bat in our house. Yeah, we had bats in the belfry, that's for sure. But we escorted it outside so we could live again. Live and let live. So, let us take deliberate steps to recognize the inherent worth of all life forms, from the smallest micro mechanisms, organisms, to the grandest landscapes. And through conscious awareness and actions, rooted in reverence and conscious stewardship, we can forge a future that embraces diversity, promotes stability, and nurtures a deep-seated connection to the earth. That's where we're moving. We're moving back to our roots. It's time. It's time to remember who you are and to live and let live. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Well, it's time for us to follow our teaching and go within. So if you'd like to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on these beautiful flowers or candles or something that takes you deeper, let's go within and connect to the creative energy that forged you, that created you. Something thought you into existence. Some power thought it was a good idea for you to show up. And here you are. And as we begin to realize our unity with all life, that there's not life and us, there's life as us, a new energy is born and rediscovered within us. A new connection is made, and a holistic energy of love begins to envelop us. Because truly, there's only one of us here. Source energy, expressing as the billions of life forms that exist in every universe, everywhere. And we have the biggest gift that can be given right where we're sitting. We have life. And we were taught to live it abundantly. So as we connect with our natural environment, as we begin to remember who we truly are, health is naturally given to us. Abundance is our natural flow. Creative genius is activated and begins to manifest in our world. And our relationships begin to work and to thrive because we love ourselves. And from that love is an overflowing, endless fountain of love that touches every aspect of our life. As we gather this week to give thanks for all that we have in our life, let us remember those little things that got us to where we are right now, even the challenges. Because whatever happened, whatever is going on is part of your story, is part of what makes you perfect in this moment. So we accept these gifts and we give great thanks for our families, for our challenges, and for the ability to think differently, to choose love when we may have a feeling of wanting to strike something down or out of our lives. Choose love. Say a prayer and let go and let God. So we are so thankful at this time. We are so grateful for the truckloads of blessings that are happening in our life right now. How good it is to know that we are so loved and provided for by the universe that we have life and we live it abundantly. So we let go, releasing this word directly into the living, loving law of mind, where it returns to us resplendent and overflowing with blessing. We let go and we let God as we affirm it together by saying, so it is. Amen. Thank you. Okay, it is time for our prosperity affirmation. So if you'd like to put your hand on your heart and let's affirm this together. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks and I share abundantly. And so it is. Amen. And now we'll have some music by George and Emma. Let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. And they do good work in the world. They bless the giver and the receiver and allow this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available to those who are choosing to remember who they are, and is open for those who may not even know it yet. And for that, this universe is blessed with that openness, that love, and that thriving of the universe as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. All right, let's stand up and sing our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be a moment now. With every step I take, let this be my soul's love. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Now for our benediction. Please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now. It's happening in my mind, in my body, and in the body of my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I know it. Just the way that it is. Just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. So it is.